Hi dear children, welcome to our physical science classroom. Today I'm wearing one of my favorite dresses and I love this color, this nice color, right? The clothes we wear are made up of fabrics. Fabrics is made by weaving thread-like material called the fibers. Yes, today we are going to start a new lesson that is about synthetic fibers and plastics. In this class, we will discuss about what are synthetic fibers, different types of synthetic fibers and characteristics of synthetic fibers. Let us start. So the fibers are being divided into two types, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are obtained from plants and animals. For example, cotton, jute, silk, then what else, wool, all this you obtain from plants or animals. And next type is called the synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are made by man in laboratory using chemicals, right? So they are made, human made. So they are known as synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. Okay, and this synthetic fibers and plastics are made up of polymers. They are actually polymers. Do you know what are polymers? See this necklace, right? This beautiful necklace is made by repeating small beads, right? Small beads joined together to form a long chain. In the same way, the synthetic fibers are made by joining small units. Small units repeated to form a long chain. That is what is called a polymer. So synthetic fibers as well as plastics are polymers. Okay, and this polymer, this word comes from a Greek word. Poly means many and mer means units. It's a Greek word, polymers. So many units joined together to form a long chain. The long chain is called the polymer. And the small units are known as monomers. Small units are known as monomers. And this conversion, or when these small monomers joined to form a polymer, that process is known as polymerization. What is that? Polymerization. That is about synthetic fibers. Then let us see different types of synthetic fibers. Rayon. Rayon, there is a story behind the synthesis of rayon. The silk, it is obtained from silkworm. The silk was first discovered in China and they kept it as a secret, right? Then it was very beautiful to see the cloths made by silk, but the people of other countries were wondering, seeing the silk dress, silk clothes, and the scientists started synthesizing this fabrics like a silk. Later, they could manage to synthesize a silk-like fiber, and that is what is called rayon. It is also known as artificial silk. Artificial silk, because it looks like silk, very shiny, and it's very light. But it is not much expensive like silk. It is cheaper than silk. Okay, and this rayon is also made from wood pulp. So wood pulp means it is obtained from plants, right? So the raw material is natural. So this rayon is not completely considered as a synthetic fiber, but this wood pulp is undergone through a lot of chemical processes in laboratory, and by that way it is being converted into rayon. So it is semi artificial fiber or semi synthetic fiber. Okay, so this is the first man-made fiber, and this rayon fiber, by mixing with cotton, is used for making bed sheets, right? Mixed with the cotton to form bed sheets, and with wool, it is mixed with wool to form carpets, and it is also used for making a lot of fabrics. Okay, that's about rayon. Next is nylon. Nylon is actually the first completely synthetic fiber. Its raw material is not obtained from plants or animals. Actually its raw material is coal, petroleum oil, and water, air. Okay, these are actually natural, but these raw materials are not obtained from plants and animals. So they are they are considered as the completely artificial or completely synthetic fiber. Okay, and it is first synthesized in America in the year 1931. Okay, and this nylon fibers are very strong fibers. It is having high tensile strength. What is meant by tensile strength? By stretching, it cannot be easily broken. It's very strong, right? Actually, it is stronger than a very thin steel wire. Right? If we take a very thin steel wire and of same with the nylon wire, if we are comparing, the nylon fiber will be very strong. Okay, and they are actually light, and these are used for making a lot of items like ropes used for climbing ropes, right? Rock climbers are being used because they are very strong, and they are used for making parachutes and tents. Then the bristles of brushes are actually made by nylon fiber and used for making socks and many fabric items. Okay, so they are very useful, very strong fiber, nylon. Okay. Then next we are going to see another type, that is polyester. So as its name indicates, it is a polymer of ester. So the monomer in this is ester monomer. Okay, and these are wrinkle resistant. So no need to iron this the cloths made by polyester. And there are different types of polyester. Means polyester by mixing with the cotton are known as polycotton. Polycotton. They are really widely used for making very useful fabrics and all. Then polycotton means polyester mixed with cotton. Okay. Then polywool. Polyester mixed with wool is known as polywool. Okay, from the name itself we could understand. Then next is, terylene. It's also a polyester. It's a very common polyester fiber, and it is known as dacron also. It has another name, that is dacron. And it is used to make very fine fibers. Okay, then next, have you heard about PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. That is the full form. Polyethylene terephthalate. And you might have seen in the bottom of the bottles, plastic bottles, you can see that is PET. You can see PET. That means it is not made by plastic. It is made by this PET called it is a polyester fiber. Okay, polyethylene terephthalate. This is used for making bottles, utensils, then what we can say, many useful items. Okay, fabrics and all. Okay, next we are going to see acrylic fibers. Acrylic fibers, actually they are soft wool-like and very lightweight, and this can be dyed in variety of colors, right? So wool-like, that is also known as acrylic, is also known as artificial wool. Wool is actually obtained from sheep and all. So this acrylic fibers are man-made. It is obtained from it's made by using chemicals. Okay, and using this acrylic fibers we can make sweaters, then shawls, then what we can say, bed sheets and all, carpets and all. So it is known as artificial wool. Artificial wool, that you keep in your mind. Okay, so these are the different types of synthetic fibers. Next, let us see the properties, characteristics of synthetic fibers. Characteristics are given here. So synthetic fibers are lightweight, more durable. Right, as we know, cotton, silk, very natural cotton and silk, we cannot use for long years, but this kind of synthetic clothes, we can use for long years, right? So it is more durable and cheaper than natural fibers. As we know, they are cheaper than natural fibers, and this absorbs less water and dries quickly. Right, it dries quickly, it absorbs less water, right? That we can do one activity related to this, okay, that we will do later. Then easy to wash. So this compared to natural fibers, they are very easy to wash and they dries quickly, and that is another characteristic. And we can say these are the merits of synthetic fibers over natural fibers. Then what are the drawbacks of synthetic fibers? As we know, nothing in the universe is without drawbacks. Something will be there. So this synthetic fibers, when caught fire, when the cloths made up of synthetic fibers caught fire, then it will melt and will stick to one's body. So it is not safe to wear cloths made by synthetic fibers while we are working in kitchen. Okay, and next, it is not comfortable to wear during summer. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all.